sympathize with me for a moment here. While the Tanks replays does not have a dick filter, which makes it difficult for me to find replays of people being dicks. So I just searched for assholes instead. Found a few replays. Ooh, comment section's gonna love that one. Hello, welcome to Congratulations, You Are a Dick. This is a series that's been long on hiatus, but basically I find examples of people being dickheads and I laugh at them because their lack of societal cordiality amuses me. Hello and welcome to this week's roundup of the best, the longest, the most unbelievable, the girthiest, no, collection of dickheads. With me, Clint, and me, Jack. Because I'm Clint, and I'm Jack. First off, we're off to the Czech Republic to catch up with a leopard PTA foolishly attempting to pursue his life, goals, and ambitions. We now go live to our reporter live on the scene, Jack. Jack, can you tell us what's happening out there? I'm not... Well, it looks like this Leo begins this battle by moving towards the eastern flank, approaching a town engagement. Now I know this because I'm clearly there, right, Clint? Of course, Jack. So clearly I'd be unable to punch you in the face. I don't see you. After being the south side of useless in the town engagement, he elects for a relocation to the west. Seems prudent to me, Jack. Indeed. But then he goes back to the exact same place because he has the tactical competence of a barnyard bison. Burgers. Later, up on the flank, crumbling like a Cadbury flake bar, he gets into a kerfuffle with an IS-4. What will he do next? Shut up and I'll tell you. Out of nowhere, the IS-4 is targetly aligned at no extra cost by the E5, at which point our fine hero, caught amidst his flanking maneuver, collides rambunctiously with the newly freed turret, and bereft of any more logical options, immediately spontaneously combusts. Well, Jack, that clearly makes no sense at all. That's what I thought too, Clint. But who's the dickhead? Well, the Wargaming Physics Department. Aha. In fact, I've forwarded a letter, which I've got a copy of here, from that Leo to the guy who designed turret physics. Okay, let's hear it. Dear sir or ma'am, I'd dearly like to know if you have an Amazon wish list, and if there is a wheelbarrow on it, because I was worried that you don't have one to carry your shit ideas in. Well, how impolite. Up next, we have a Stephen 90 on Mountain Pass. Take us through it, Jack. So our fine hero here is doing some reconnaissance in an attempt to find out why it's called Mountain Pass if it didn't pass the most basic of balance inspections. When all of a sudden, he's anally infiltrated by a progetto, who, in fairness, probably didn't notice him because he spent too much energy being a bellend. That is tough. You would know. What? Incensed by rage, the ELC player begins pushing the progetto out into the open. How the hell does he manage that? Well, he doesn't. Oh. But he tries very, very hard. Ah, bless. Thought that counts, I always say. He makes a kind donation of shells in case the progetto was lacking. He donates shells? That new feature? Nope, I was being facetious, he's just shooting him in the ass. Oh. He then follows him like a duckling after its oddly shaped Italian mother and pushes him off the balcony. Oh, he actually... No. Oh. He tries really, really hard. In what way? Does he try a new angle or try him in... Oh, then how does he... 50-meter run up. Oh. Does it work? No. Oh. He does shoot him some more. Oh. And then gets shoved off the cliff. Oh. At this point, it's like when you get flattened by a load of books. How, exactly? You've only got yourself to blame. Anyhow, our ELC friend, does he move on? Try to play the game? No. Oh. No, he goes all the way around and does the same exact thing again. Does it not work? Yes. Oh. Now, while I'd love to surfeit the rest of this with witty and engaging commentary, it's 90% more than just a small French child attempting to mate with an oblivious Italian plug socket. 2 prongs, 3 holes. 2 guns, 6 shells. There is a modern riposte later when the progetto unleashes several violent hugs in retaliation, but beyond that, nothing happens apart from this game imparting a moral lesson. The moral lesson is don't be a knobhead. And our final story today takes us to Oyster Bay. Ooh, is it an oyster? What? No. Is it a bay? Yes. Cool. Oyster Bay with an STRV. Now, Clint, what would the following words suggest to you? Mission rigging. Aye, Captain, we being ready to make way right quick. What? Avast! Ow, my annual! No, I mean cheating. Cheating to get missions done in water tanks. Oh! That's what we're going to see here. Now, you'd be forgiven for thinking, as these heavy tanks begin to take up their rather unorthodox positions behind this STRV, that these are simply conventional dickheads, intent on blocking a teammate and getting him killed for naught but their twisted satisfaction, right? But no, what we have here is a good deal more sinister. That becomes even more clear as the 60TP takes a hit from the enemy shitbug and fails to move, which will become a trend as this replay goes on, as these poor confused heavy tanks sitting side on in this version being repeatedly blindfired by the enemy FV4005. Now, I put forth the theory, as we take a moment to laugh at the misses and non-pens that the enemy FV gets. I put forth the theory that this band of merry riggy quake buttocks are in fact telling the enemy FV exactly where they are and where to fire, so that he can complete one of his TD missions, likely the rather challenging one that requires you to do a certain amount of damage while unspotted, hence the odd setup here. Now, aside from the moral obligations that one may and frankly should have when confronted with such an occurrence, I mean, it's clear they don't give 2 shits about whether our STRV here gets caught in the crossfire, which in fact does happen, which probably pleases them greatly because of extra damage. What really gets my gander up that little bit more is an event later in the game. 6,000 blind damage by the enemy FV later, mind you, when the FV215B that remains actually fires at the new bush where the STRV is sitting in what I assume is an attempt to mark it so that the enemy FV can blind kill him as well. Now, Thomas Hobbes in 1632 said, "The source of every crime is some defect of understanding, some error in reasoning, or some sudden force of passion." Clint, how do you think that ties in here? I think they're a bunch of cunts. You've ever heard of tact, Clint? Yep. That's one way you kill someone, right? No, that's the whacked word. No, okay, we're linking this replay in the description, by the way, because it's the level of filth that you really have to see to believe. Good old name and shame, like it. Don't harass these people, though, please. I did send this replay to my wargaming contacts, so hopefully it will get sorted out appropriately. And that's it from us. I'm Clint, and I'm not. Like and subscribe. Welcome to the storytelling section of today's episode, where I'm going to take you through a tale of a World of Tanks game in the genre of a short story. Let's begin. A monastery, sitting proud atop its surroundings, the wind whistling wildly around the brickwork, worming its way through to chill the skin of any would-be worshippers. Were there any that remained? There was a time when abbeys, churches, mosques, grand architecture for the sake of something higher was endemic to this land. That time has passed. Now it crumbles amid the conflict of those of lesser stature, no matter the measure. A Udes, swift Swedish shuttle, skulks down the western pass, an eager accompaniment to the ardent lion's roaring start but 100 meters ahead. The battle, though brief, is bestial. The crack of guns split the air. The thunderous reverberation, quaking impacts threatens to shake the very ground asunder. And it is concluded with fire. Such fire snaps and cracks, almost tentative as its warmth and hue conceals so admirably the charring corpses concealed within. A lead is taken by the Udes. Regardless of his prior preparations for dispatching so dangerous a foe as the Death Star, he is betrayed, forcefully repositioned, exposed, violated. 1,000 hit points are forfeit, at the whim of a fellow who resembles a lion only in name, sporting none of the grace or pride that such a title conveys. So, Iudes, rife with anger, justified, righteous anger, commits his remaining time at the helm of his apparatus to the disruption of the lion's ambitions. His driving, his shooting, his positioning, any objective that might take root in his mind, the Udes sets himself acutely opposing it. He pushes him, blocks him, lashes him with a vulgar tongue, and endeavours with all his might to prevent his new enemy's escapades. A decision that, were he to live to inspect it, may haunt him. For it leads to the death of not only the lion, but of himself. A fitting metaphor, perhaps. One must remember, if you seek revenge on one man, you must dig 2 graves. And that'll be it for this episode. I'm trialling a return of this series, so if you'd like to see me pick it up again, leave a like on the video, leave your comment telling me what you enjoyed, whether you'd like to see more. Let's do a giveaway, as always. We will do the... let's just do standard jokes. Funniest joke. One that makes me giggle. I will award 2,000 gold. So leave your username and the server that you play on in the comment, and I will pick one out a couple of days, a few days after the publishing of this video, and I will pin that comment and reply to it as well so that person knows that they have won. Thank you very much, everyone, and farewell.
His sword skills are legendary, brutal stuff, like he does a thing and screws it up. But the world of tanks is kindergarten, childish software, real men play armored warfare, PvE. And his business model is actually insane, making money off of subs but doesn't have to play a game. Also his leadership skills are dope as fuck. He says YOLO.